This is a pile of scraps that are all too small to make any project bags with, but they're too big to be put into my scrap bin. So what I'm going to do is just cut up small rectangles with them and put them with a partner, and I'm going to make a load of DPN cozies. And it's a really good way of using up some scraps which would otherwise just end up sitting about for ages. So I'm going to do that just now and make a big stack of those. I have been working on custom orders for a while and I just need a bit of a break from doing the same thing, so I'm just going to make some of these up just now. It shouldn't take me too long. So yeah, just going to work on that. Hello and welcome to the Sewing Me vlog. I'm Rachel and you are in my sewing room right now. You can usually find me on Instagram where I'm at Sewing Me, and I also have an Etsy shop which is Sewing Me UK, all one word. I seem to have had a big influx of new followers this past month, so welcome if you're new and welcome back if you've been here before. I think a lot of the new followers have probably come across from the girls who've been doing Vlogtober this month, so that would be Cherie and Gaina and Ali. I'm guessing I've probably been a recommended video for you to watch, maybe underneath their videos or something, so you've probably come over from there. So hello. There's going to be a bit of chat here and just a bit of daily life really, and a bit of what I get up to. I just wanted to squeeze in another vlog just now because I don't know if I'll be back much in November, but I'll definitely be back in December doing Vlogmas, so I just thought now would be a good time to get a little update vlog in. I feel like it's been ages since I've vlogged. It's probably been about a month. It's been a very busy month though. We've had school holidays. I did have to do a little bit of work in the first week, but I did manage to enjoy some time off as well, which was brilliant and very much needed. The holidays came right in the middle of the Christmas box preparations, so it was kind of difficult to stop, but I couldn't continue working in the school holidays obviously. So the box prep continued after the holidays, and this week, the final week in October, the boxes are all going to be sent out by the end of the week. Which feels great. It feels like such a weight off my shoulders, and I can now start to focus on just making again and being creative and putting stuff together for the shop. I had loads of custom orders to catch up on this week as well, so I'm still working my way through those. So hopefully next week I can start building up shop stock again. I haven't got a shop update planned yet, but there will no doubt be one in a couple of weeks. So keep an eye on my social media and you'll find out there when it's going to be. So let me tell you what I've been up to. Well, working. Yeah. I haven't really had much time for working on my own crafts in the evenings and stuff. The Christmas boxes really do just take over so much of my kind of mental space, and it's so exhausting. So by the evenings I'm good for absolutely nothing. I have got a few whips on the go at the moment as well, so when I did have any spare time, I would just do a little bit of one, and so I don't feel like I've made any massive progress on any one item. I will show you a bit of my progress though. I probably have done a bit of progress, but it just feels quite slow. So these are my Hermione socks. These are my lovely bee themed project bag that Jeanette sent me. Jeanette vlogs over on Crafty on YouTube, so I've been watching a bit of her as well, because I was doing lots of wrapping for the Christmas boxes, so that gave me a lot of time to sit and watch other podcasts and vlogs, so I've been catching up with Jeanette. So these are my Hermione socks. I managed to add the heel in and I'm just now on the legs, so that's pretty straightforward, that's not too bad. I do find once I get to the point where I'm nearly about to add a heel or something, I kind of just put them away and don't work on them for a while, because doing the heel, you know, is going to take a bit of concentration. But now I'm on the leg, I can just pick these up and do a bit of knitting on them as and when I've got the time. This is yarn I dyed myself, and I used black currants that we picked, so that was quite fun. So I've only got a couple of more inches to do on the leg really, and then a cuff. So they don't have too much more to do to them, but I just, because it's a pattern that it's a 4-row pattern, so it does take a little bit of concentration, so I haven't been working on them quite so much lately. And I'm still working on my big shawl as well. The rows are now getting so long that to do a row is, well, I don't know how long it takes, but it's I'm finding that I'm not getting many rows done at once when I am working on it. So here we are. It won't really stretch out because the cable's a bit short, but I guess, wow, it is pretty long actually. So I don't know how much longer to continue with this. I'm going to keep going, I think. I think the bigger the better really with this kind of thing, and it's just going to be a big wraparound kind of scarfy thing. I'm looking forward to wearing that. It's going to be so cosy. This is made using some Aran wool that I got in Aldi, and it was £4.99 a ball, and the balls are enormous, so that's a good buy, I thought. So yeah, just working on that. That's a nice easy knit as well, so I really don't have the excuse not to knit on it. It's just sometimes you know you're not going to manage to get a whole row done before you get interrupted or going to have to do something. So hopefully I'll manage to work on that a bit more over the next few weeks. I would like to be wearing it soon. Now I've got bits of fluff in my mouth. I can't use anything too fluffy because I do find that my eyes are like magnets for fluff, and if I wear anything with any fluff to it, it goes in my eyes, especially hats and scarves in the winter. It's a nightmare. So I can't ever wear anything that goes over my head. Like I could never wear a cowl. I was just chatting to Jules about this because she's just put out a really pretty cowl pattern, but I can't put things over my head because I guarantee all those little bits of fluff from the wool goes in my eyes. So I have another whip that I don't think I've showed you yet, so I put this in my Halloween bag. This is one I made a few years ago, really cute. And I've got a pumpkin stitch marker on here as well. These are socks for Joshua. These are Christmas socks, and these are ones that I've made for him before, and I've frogged them because they just got too small pretty much straight away because he grows way too fast, and I probably made them a bit small. So I've re-knitted the leg bit now, and I'm just ready to add in the heels. So I was using the balls from before, and I've stopped at the exact same place that I stopped at before. Well, no, I ran out, so that determined that I was going to stop. And I'm going to use the contrast in green for the heels, probably the toes as well. This is West Yorkshire Spinners yarn from a few years ago. It's called Candy Cane, and this the green is West Yorkshire Spinners as well. So get them done. I'm going to add in a heel. I'm going to do a slip stitch heel for these because it's going to be a stronger heel, and he will wear his socks a lot, and he'll wear them all year round as well. So it just gives the heel a bit more strength. I've got some new stitch markers coming as well to the shop. I can maybe just show you them now since I've put them on my socks as well. I couldn't resist sticking them on my latest project. I don't know how well you'll be able to see them. So we've got a little croissant, which I thought was really cute, and this one is a little bar of chocolate, which is just making me want to eat pan chocolates now, chocolate and croissants. So they are going to be going in my shop as well. I'm going to pop in a little video in this video to show you some of the other new stitch markers I've got, because I did manage to get quite a few new ones, like this kind of thing. I think is it resin these are called. So I have a few new ones coming. a really amazing shop in Glasgow. It's called the Number One Bead Shop, and they sold all sorts of supplies for jewellery making, obviously loads of beads, and they had loads of these little findings for stitch markers, so I was in my element. It's brilliant. So those are my whips. I would like to get one, if not both of those socks finished before I cast on anything else. I've got some Christmas yarn ready for this year's Christmas socks, and I would probably like to cast on some other socks as well. Maybe something scrappy, because I do have lots of pretty scraps as well, so I would like to do some scrappy socks. Although it's now November, no, it's going to be November at the end of this week, and then in December I have a yarn advent calendar, so I'm going to be knitting those up into socks as I go in December, so maybe I will only manage to get another one pair done in that time before then. Yeah, maybe being a bit over ambitious. So I'll just focus on trying to get some of these projects finished first actually. Maybe I should get that shawl finished as well. Maybe I need to get all those projects off the needles before I think about starting something new. I'm running before I can walk. Another little thing that I have been working on, it's not finished properly, but the first part of it is finished. I like to do a little bit of embroidery sometimes on cross stitch, especially up to Christmas, because you can do some really nice little decorations. And I have one that I made myself, and I would like to make a few more that are similar. So this is a book that I use quite a lot for embroidery and cross stitch inspiration. It's got a bit of everything in it and all different themes. I'm not sure if I can flick it open. So there's some nice Christmassy bits and all sorts of bits. I love all the red stuff as well that can be done for Christmas. And some embroidery things. I've done some of these for my mum as well, because she collects a lot of the Delft pottery, so I did her some embroidery hoops. So that's a really nice book to look through just for inspiration. So I wanted to make a start on thinking about making some decorations for Christmas. So I looked through my book and I chose a little pattern, and I did the little rocking horse, which I thought was really sweet. I've never done this one before. It's cross stitch, and I got this fabric, you can see the sparkle in there really well. I got this when I was in Glasgow as well, and I got it with these kind of projects in mind. I knew they'd look really nice being stitched on. So it's I don't know what you call the fabric, a linen-y type of thing. So in order to be able to cross stitch on it, I've used this what you call it, it dissolves, it's just plasticky, and you rinse it in warm water and it will disappear. So you can get the cross stitch squares, you can see the dots there for the squares, you can get them on any fabric, so you can do cross stitch on any fabric. So that will come off and I'll wash it, and the idea is that I will make something like this with it. This is another pattern from the same book, and I've just turned it into a little stuffed square. It's got some backing on it, and it's got a little frilly bit of lace around the edge. So I love this kind of quite rusticy handmade look. So that's what I'm going to do with the rocking horse, I think. And I'll probably choose a few more little images from the book as well. There's some other snowflakes, there's lots of snowflakes in here, so it's nice just to do different ones. I've never done any of the really big projects in here, but it's great for just really little things. When it gets to December, my Christmas decorations are out, I'll be able to show you a lot more things that I've made. There's loads of things on the tree and little hangers that I've done. Lots of cross stitch and embroidery as well. So I'm looking forward to getting them out. This one must have got forgotten about 1 year because it didn't get put away, so I've still got that one to show you. So I have cut off a bigger piece of fabric, so I'm going to plan on doing a few more little bits that I can turn into little cute hangers as well. But yeah, it just depends on how much time I get. You can also use that what is it called? The dissolvable cross stitch stuff to cross stitch on things like felt, which looks amazing, especially if you use white thread on the darker felt, or vice versa, a lighter felt with a darker thread. I'm sure I did have a problem one year though where I went to wash it and the dye came out of the fabric and it dyed all the thread, so it wasn't actually ideal. I have also done a little bit more in my scrapbook. I realised I was taking quite a lot of photos now that are obviously very autumnal, and I was really keen to print some of them off and scrapbook some autumnal pages. But I didn't want my scrapbook to be too out of sync, like in terms of the seasons. I didn't want to be jumping back and forwards. So there were quite a few summer pages, summer photos still needing to go in my book, and I'm not caught up yet at all by any means. So I sat down one weekend, or maybe it was the school holidays, I can't remember, and just worked on another couple of pages. So I can't remember where I got up to showing you last time, so if I've showed you this already then sorry about that. So I've done this page. I think I may have shown you that, I actually cannot remember. I love that beach scene just leading up to the beach. I think that is St Andrews, West Sands. And then these ones are some garden flowers. I had been sent some elements from someone else. Claire sent me a load of scrapbooking stuff, so thank you Claire. And I think I've managed to use quite a lot of the things that Claire sent me this time. I've kept them separate so that they don't get, if I have too much stuff it kind of feels like, you know, you don't know where to start. So I've been keeping piles separate and just kind of doing a page using one pile of scrapbooking stuff. So I think I managed to use a lot of the stuff Claire sent me on this page. So that's like a little 3D flower. The things that Claire sent me were really to my taste. She got it really well. So they fit in with some of my pages. So this was a day out in Crail, which is in Fife, and it's a lovely little coastal town, and there's a pottery there. And this is the cat, the pottery cat. I'd seen him on Instagram, so I knew to look out for him. And when we first got there, I couldn't see him outside because sometimes there are big bowls, like not these ones, but really, really big ones downstairs outside. And I've seen photos on Instagram of the cat sitting in the bowls. So I was looking out for him outside, but we found him in the shop and he was lying on a box full of gloves. Lovely hand-knitted gloves. So that's that page. And I've got a page of Joshua here. We're on a day out and he posed for a photo. And he has asked me not to put him in my scrapbook, but it's my photos and it's my son, so it's going in. So there's another one on the beach, sweet one there. I think that is as far as I got this time as well, so I'm going to have to do a few more pages. I haven't managed to do a page with all my ice creams in it yet. I took a photo of every ice cream I had throughout the summer, and it's actually, there's too many photos even to do a double page spread, so I think some of them might get a page of their own. Maybe my favourite ones will get pages of their own. So that's going to be good because I did get some ice cream stickers and other people have been sending me scrapbooking stuff, so there's ice cream things there as well. So I will be able to do quite a few nice ice creamy pages. And I love how the book is just, it's not shutting anymore, but I love that look. It's like when you see journals, you know, like the traveller's notebooks and things, and they're all bulging. I love that. So I probably won't get much more opportunity to do any work on that until we're on holidays again, which will be like the Christmas holidays. I did find that being off in October in the holidays, it allowed me to just get creative and do lots of other things, just the things that float about your head all year round and you don't get the chance to do. So it's been nice just to actually switch off and be creative in other ways other than being on the sewing machine all the time. So it was nice to to be able to kind of relax with some crafting. I did some other crafting as well, but I won't be able to show you that yet because I've been making things for Christmas. So I will remember to take videos of things that I've made and I'll pop them in after Christmas once they've been received. That seems like such a long time away, but probably isn't really, is it? I've also got some videos of what's gone into the Christmas boxes, but obviously I can't show you that until after Christmas. But since I'll be vlogging in December, I'll be able to put those videos in any time after the 25th of December, so I'll show you then what was in the Christmas boxes. They have been starting to land with the recipients this week, so it's been great to have people messaging me and showing me their photos of their boxes because they all seem really excited, and they're all saying that they're going to put them away till Christmas and no peeking, so hopefully everyone manages to last that long and not peak too soon. So if you ordered a box and you're overseas, just let me know that you receive your box. That would be really good because I have no idea how long some of those ones will take to get, although they have been posted in October, so I'm hoping that they don't get caught up in too much Christmas traffic and Christmas mail, so hopefully they'll be with you all soon. Okay, I did start to make some DPN cozies with a load of scraps that I had. The scrap pile that I had kept in my cupboard was just getting too big for the space it was in, so I thought the best way to trim it down a bit was just to make some DPN cozies. So I have these ones. I've just got to add the poppers on. Look at how cute is the tartan one. I just need to add on the poppers and then they'll go in the shop as well. There's quite a few there. So yeah, that's what I have been up to. Very, very busy actually. I think last time I was reading this book, finished it. It was a bit kind of meh. It took me a while to sort of get into the story and then realise what was actually happening, and then I figured out the story and the plot quite early on. So it was kind of, I don't know, because you know what's happening, and I don't know whether you think you're supposed to know what's happening. I got a bit bored with it really. It didn't really make me want to keep reading. I just got quite annoyed because basically the woman was getting sort of led astray and you knew she was getting led astray, and it was a bit ugh. So I finished it. It was okay. It wasn't brilliant. So that is Heidi Swain, Coming Home to Cuckoo Cottage. So that one's going to go in the charity shop now. And I have been reading this one, Fern Britton, Hidden Treasures. I read one of Fern Britton's ones last summer, I think. I'm sure it was called The Holiday House or something like that. And I really enjoyed it. This one I got from Amazon. It was only £2, so I thought I'd give it a go. It's okay. It's not... What I'm finding with these books that I've read lately is that they're not really making me want to pick it up and keep reading to see what happens. I love Veronica Henry and Millie Johnson, and I do find that they make me want to keep reading. They make me not want to put the book down, and you don't know where the book's going basically with those ones. There's a few twists and a few bits you didn't see coming. So with these ones that are slightly kind of less interesting, I'm just not finding them quite as like must read as some of my other ones. So I'm going to get this one finished fairly soon, I think. I've not got much to go. And I'm wondering, since it's November next week, whether I should maybe start reading some of my Christmas books, because I do have quite a few Christmas ones that I've put away. I've bought throughout the year at charity shops. I can't read a Christmas book in the summer or whatever, that's just wrong. So I've saved them up. So maybe November would be acceptable to start reading a Christmas book. So yeah, I don't really feel like I've got that much to show you, because I kind of feel like I've shown you everything I've got now. So yeah, I'm going to pop a few bits of video in throughout this vlog as usual. I've been having loads of feedback that people are really enjoying that format, so I'm going to stick to it because that's what I like to do as well. I am going to be spending quite a bit of time in November getting ready for my Advent swap, which I'm doing with Cherie. She's Ollie and Bella. We have agreed on an Advent swap. I think there were some kind of rules and guidelines, but I think I've kind of forgotten to follow any of them. I think what it's going to end up like for Cherie is basically just lots of little stocking fillers kind of throughout the month of December. So it's going to be, the gifts are going to be numbered to open every day in December, and some days it's just going to be like a chocolate and or a sweetie and a tea bag or something like that. Other days there might be something a bit more interesting, and then yeah, so I'm going to have fun wrapping that up. I'm going to have a bit more time to spend thinking about wrapping and doing nice things and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that because, as you know, I do like to do a bit of paper crafting. So that's definitely going to have to happen in November, so I will have a nice Saturday or a Sunday doing that, I think, and I can spend loads of time sorting all that out. So yeah, that I'm really looking forward to that. We've been planning this since last December actually. So yeah, that's what my November is going to involve, and also making stuff for the shop. I did manage to get quite a bit of new fabric when I was shopping in Glasgow as well. Whenever I get new fabrics, I always just want to make everything in them to see what they look like. So there will be pouches and project bags coming to the shop. Yeah, so I'm going to get on with that, and I probably won't have another vlog in November, but I will definitely be back on December the 1st, where you can join me for Vlogmas, and I'll be vlogging every day in December. I don't have anything planned for December yet, so I don't know what the vlogs will involve, but it will just be daily life. And if I happen to go out here and there, then I'll take you with us. So I will say bye for now, and I will see you soon. I'll see you in December, probably. Okay, so bye. Thanks for joining me.